Welcome in, everybody, to our Scarves and Spikes Watch Along, MLS Cup Playoffs Watch Along as Nashville SC gets ready to host Inter Miami at Geodis Park in match 2 of their round 1 best of 3 series. Inter Miami, of course, holding a 1-0 lead in that series. Sydney with you. Tyler, my co-host, may be with us a little bit later on. We're going to hopefully bring him in. I'm pretty sure he is coming in. Maybe a few other folks coming in, but yeah, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your time. At Inter Miami, I will say Atlanta United. It's not Atlanta United. Inter Miami will get to close out Nashville SC on the road as they get set to get things started here in just a few minutes at Geodis Park. As you might imagine, it's going to be a sellout crowd at Geodis. Big match for them. They need to win, obviously, to take this series back to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, I should say. And it's reminiscent of last year for Inter Miami, right? They had a big win in match 1. Atlanta United beat them in the second match, and of course, beat them in the third match to advance in the MLS Cup playoffs. And wonder if that's in the back of the mind of Inter Miami. Remembering what happened a couple of years ago. Well, actually trying to get out of their mind what happened a couple of years ago. But maybe that feeling in the back of their head is, oh my gosh, we're going to blow this again. Or we don't want to blow this again, I should say. So we will see what happens. We'll see if Inter Miami can close this out against Nashville SC. No big news coming out of either camp for either side. Pretty much straightforward starting 11 for both sides. Of course, Lionel Messi, as you might imagine, starting for Inter Miami, along with pretty much the rest of the Galacticos. Suarez, Alba, Busquets in the lineup, Dick Ball in the lineup, and Noah Allen, Maxi Falcone, Ian Frey, Rios Novo in goal, Agende in the lineup as well, and Rodriguez in the lineup as well for Inter Miami. Again, they look to close out the series in 2 games and advance to take on the winner of the other Eastern Conference semifinals matchup. Miami will be favored, as you might imagine, the rest of the way here. Of course, Messi has really taken things up a notch over these last few matches. And yeah, for that reason, Inter Miami are going to be the team to beat, it looks like. So we'll see what happens here tonight. Again, the big story, of course, was last year. And I know Inter Miami fans don't want to think about last year, but it's reality. You know, you don't want to repeat what happened in 2024 when, again, you had a 1-0 lead against a team that you were widely expected to beat. You're widely expected to have little trouble with in the series, but ultimately it wasn't to be, as again, series in 3 games ultimately, and really one of the most historic, one of the biggest playoff upsets in MLS Cup playoff history. This time around, it won't be as big an upset, I don't think. I think that if Nashville comes back to beat Miami in these next 2 matches, you know, it won't be like, oh my gosh, Nashville won. It'll be, you know, this team was able to find an extra gear that they couldn't find really over the past few matches, that they weren't able to beat them, because this is, I think, what, the 3rd time in a row that these teams have played each other, and Miami has won all 3, and Nashville now looking to take care of that and reverse that trend. And if they don't, of course, they'll be out of the playoffs, out of the MLS Cup playoffs. Let us know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from this evening. We'll try to get to some comments from the chat throughout the night here. But Inter Miami and Nashville SC about to kick off here in, I would say, about 15, 20 minutes. Obviously, the kickoff times are obviously advertised for the nearest hour or half hour, so I would fully expect this match would kick off at around 7:40 Eastern time. That is pretty consistent with how things have been. Really, for the rest of these matches, the other matches. Let's get you updated on some of the other matches going on, or the matches that have gone on here today uh, in the MLS Cup playoffs, and then get you caught up on what else is happening this afternoon or this evening, rather. So, New York City, Charlotte uh, played to a 0-0 draw, but Charlotte winning the resulting penalty shootout by a final score of 7-6. So that match or that series will go back to Charlotte for match 3. Philadelphia Union pretty much home and dry in the semifinal. They're up on the Chicago Fire on the road 3-0. So Philly looks as if they will get through and be the first team to punch their ticket to the next round. And they will take on the winner of the Charlotte NYC match here in a few days. Portland, San Diego FC, that's the West Coast match. Was the two West Coast matches, Western Conference matches going on. San Diego FC trying to close that out. They have 1-0 lead in that series. Vancouver Whitecaps trying to close things out themselves as they're in FC Dallas trying to sweep that series. Vancouver really were all over FC Dallas to start that series, and they look to do the same this evening in Frisco, Texas. But here tonight, we are going to watch along for Inter Miami versus Nashville SC, match 2 of round 1. And then, again, the winner, or if Inter Miami wins this match, they will move on to the next round of the MLS Cup playoffs to take on the winner of the Columbus-Cincinnati series. Columbus and Cincinnati playing tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern time. Cincinnati trying to close that out. And then Austin versus LAFC tomorrow, 8:45 Eastern time. Austin trying to knock that up at 1 game apiece and force a third and deciding game. And then Seattle Sounders versus Minnesota United. That is on Monday. A late start for that, 10:45 Eastern time. But again, let us know where you're watching. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on X. We're streaming on Instagram. We got the Instagram feed streaming as well. So if you're watching on either one, please let us know. And yeah, we would love to have you join the conversation as we watch together. I know for some of you folks watching in here in the Atlanta area, you're maybe watching Florida versus Georgia. Georgia, of course, winning that one again. To extend their dominance over Florida over the past few years. It's a close one, but Georgia ultimately pulling that out. So that might it's a little bit quieter than usual for this match or this watch along so far. But yeah, we hope to have other people join us shortly. I got the stream going on Instagram. So if you're watching Instagram, thanks for coming on. Great to have you. I'm going to stop talking for a second. I think that's Tyler coming on board. Tyler, I was trying to filibuster a little bit here.
Hello.
Thank you for.
You're good. It's been a long day.
Has it been a long day? What have you been up to?
I just got back from a soccer game.
Oh.
Where one of the parents on the other team, who apparently thought he was an assistant coach, decided to be cool to be standing next to like the players' bench, like smoking and screaming at the kids. Which I mean, I like get passionate, get into it, get involved. I get that. Dude is like losing his mind over there, though. Has to be the loudest one out there. And then gets into it with the ref at halftime, gets sent off, throws an absolute temper tantrum, and I mean like a 4-year-old temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Has to have a conversation with the people. Like the ref had to go get somebody to remove him from the field.
Yeah.
He tries to spit on the ref, who's like a 19-year-old kid. And then at the end of the game, when the ref gave a kid a red card, he's standing on the other side of the fence and starts like screaming, all kinds of cuss words. And yeah, I mean, it was an absolute crap show,
Yeah, I
absolute
bet.
crap
Sounds like
show.
it.
And so,
Sounds
yeah,
like it.
that's what I'm getting home from.
Well, quite happy in the watch along. At least you get to relax and not have to deal with crazy parents trying to serve as coaches. But how are you feeling about
It
this
was wild.
match? Yeah, I bet. How are you feeling about this match, though? Do you think we see chalk? You think we see Miami get through, or does Nashville have something in them to
Man, I don't
extend
know.
the
I think this is
series?
going to be. I think this is going to be a struggle for Nashville.
Mm,
I just, I mean, it's not like
yeah,
there's not a precedent, right? Like this is the same
yeah.
situation that Atlanta went into last year.
Yeah, just talked about earlier. Yeah,
But, I think despite that, it would be slightly off-putting to just be like, oh
yeah,
well, that's absolutely going to be repeatable. And to be fair,
yeah,
it can be. Like Nashville can come out here, do the job, take it back to game 3, and as we all know, you never know what happens
yep,
from that point on. But I just think, just like it was with Atlanta last year, the odds are not in their favor. So,
yeah.
Miami, like they have the best player in the world for a reason. We say this all the time. Um, Knowing Lionel Messi and crew, it
Hmm.
would take almost an act of God for him to allow something like that to happen again. And so it just seems like Nashville might be on the receiving end of um, the version of Messi that is not going to let
Yeah,
that happen again. So I don't know.
yeah,
It's gonna be tough. Now it's possible. I mean, again, and it's not just like, oh, like because of hopes and prayers and rainbows and unicorns. Like Nashville has to lean into the strength that they have, which is, a guy who um, he was right there up there with the Golden Boot race for
yeah,
much of the season, and they have, uh, even though it's not been as good as it was in years past, they do still have a halfway decent defense that can do the job. So
yeah,
they've just got to lean into their strengths, man. They've got to come out. They can't ease into this game. They have to come out swinging, and if they can put Miami on their back foot, then we all know the main weak point, the kryptonite of this Miami team is their defense, and it's been that way for a couple of years. And so once you start opening up Miami and making those attacking players go out and do the job, you have to be careful because
yeah,
that's when they get extremely dangerous, but they leave themselves exposed. So then you maybe go grab a second and really make the game interesting and make the whole series interesting.
yeah. I was no, I was going to ask you what does Nashville need to do to um unlock Surridge, unlock Hany Mukhtar, because obviously those guys are going to be the keys to winning this match, right, for Nashville. And we've talked about it in the past. Nashville haven't really had that scoring outside of Surridge, outside of Mukhtar. Traditionally, we've seen guys step up at numerous parts of the season, but nowhere to the level that Surridge and Mukhtar have stepped up for Nashville traditionally. And Nashville have hit a little bit of a rough patch, right? I mentioned they played the past three or so matches against Miami, or this will be their third match in a row against Miami, counting the regular season. What do they need to do to unlock this duo? Because they really haven't been able to get much from them, and their defense too hasn't been able to handle Messi. Messi, obviously the best player in the world, like he said, but just from a purely attacking standpoint, what does Nashville need to do? Do you think? Oh, you read it.
Sorry,
There you go.
play direct. They have to play
Mm,
direct. They have to be very, very intentional with what they try to do. And we had this kind of a similar conversation a couple of nights ago on
mm,
a separate watch along entirely. But
yeah,
you were looking at an LAFC and an Austin matchup where Austin was definitely the lesser of the two sides, but through what for about 20 minutes maybe felt like sheer willpower and
mhm,
a little bit of luck, they They made the game interesting for a little bit. Nashville is a better team than Austin. Nashville can get up, and this year they've shown they can compete with some of the bigger teams. So yeah, Brett said put the ball in the back of the net 100%. But that's the thing: put the ball in the direction of the net and let
Yep.
Hany Mukhtar and let Sam Surridge go after it. Let them get on the ball. If they're not getting on the ball, if Miami marks them out of this game entirely, then Nashville's done, done,
Mhm.
done. So
I mean, they
they
already
they just
have
have to
been.
be intentional. Yeah, I mean, but I think from a Miami perspective, you know, again, their defense is not. It's not a
Not
top
good.
10. It's not a top
Yeah.
15. It's not
Yeah, we've
great.
seen it.
So if Nashville can come out and play direct, bypass the midfield that for Miami can be absolutely the best in the league, and at times they can fall asleep. So
Mhm.
bypass them entirely. And I'm not necessarily sitting there saying play the long ball over the top every single minute of the match, but like
Right.
you need to be direct. You
Yeah.
need to try to keep Messi out of it as much as possible. And one way you do that is by not keeping it back at the back and in your midfield for very long.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. I was talking to somebody, and they were saying it just seems like a mental block. It seems like Nashville is scared of Messi. But you're at home. You have a chip on your shoulder. You have an understanding that if you lose this match, your season's over. There's no tomorrow. So hopefully,
yeah,
those factors for Nashville sort of coalesce, and they could come out with this win. Again, I mentioned it earlier. Nashville, maybe or Inter Miami, obviously they wouldn't forget about last year. Last year's ancient history for them. But at the
yeah,
same time, though, there's maybe this feeling in the back of their head saying, you know what? We were in the same position last year and we lost the next two matches. So for them, they're going to have to keep a good mentality as well, right? They can't get caught up in last year. They can't get up on and what happened previously. I mean, this is this year. This is 2025, and you look at Miami, how much they've played or how well they've played, especially these last few matches. You are kind of shell shocked. You've not played well at all, and can you get out of that? Can you snap out of that and get yourself in the position to take this take this match to or take the series, I should say, to a third game is what I'm trying to say.
yeah. I mean,
We're just real quick, just keeping my eye on other playoff matches. Um, I mentioned Philadelphia beating up Chicago and Bridgeview right now. I think the match has been had to have been stopped a couple of times for some discriminatory chants, which obviously we condemn
it's freaking
wholeheartedly.
ridiculous.
So yeah, I was just watching that. So I wanted to call that out real quick. But excuse
Yeah,
me. You see what I'm saying though, right? You catch my point.
yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, look, Miami is they're still vulnerable, right? They're not
Excuse me.
invincible. They're a good team.
Mm-mm.
We know this. Like this is no surprise. But I mean, look, for example, you have Rocco Rios Novo starting in goal, and that is a
The
guy that
legend.
we, yeah, well, he's a legend. We're very familiar with him in Atlanta.
Atlanta great.
Rocco, Rocco, I actually think has a solid foundation as a goalkeeper, but he
Yeah.
has one thing working against him that he can't control, nor can anybody else, and that is his height.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that more so, or I'm sorry, less so than other sports. Your height and things like that aren't as big of a deal in soccer. And of course, like when it comes to getting up in the air and headers and things like that, that applies. But like with a
Yeah.
goalkeeper, man, the longer the wingspan, the better of a chance you have of blocking shots, and
Yep.
that's just simple facts. So
Yeah.
Rocco, he he is admittedly one of the weaker links overall, right? And I say that kind of as a broad stroke against the defense as a in its entirety. But
Mm-hmm.
if if Nashville, and it goes back to the point I made earlier, if Nashville wants a chance to take this to game 3, they've got to play direct. They've got to test Rocco. They have to test this back line. They have to get in and let Mukhtar, let Sam Surridge, let those guys get vertical. And if Miami does try to play a high line, then I would say that they're doing that to their own detriment because there's going to be a lot of space between that back line and Rocco, wherever he may be, kind of positioned. So we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
But do or die for Nashville.
Yep. We're in stoppage time in Bridgeview and Philadelphia, again up 3-0. So that series is over. Philadelphia going to play either Columbus or Cincinnati in the next round. And as we mentioned earlier, that series will continue tomorrow as Cincinnati looking to close that out. Just based on what you've seen thus far in the playoffs since we last spoke, Tyler, what has stood out to you? What have you noticed that maybe you've been surprised about, or maybe has stuck out or stuck to the script? I guess I'll give you mine. Charlotte,
Okay.
playing to a draw. No, sorry, playing to a draw against NYCFC and taking that back to Bank of America Stadium, where they've never won a playoff match in regulation time. Kalina coming up big in the penalty shootout to help Charlotte win that one. Will he be called on again in match 3, or can NYC, or not NYCFC, or can Charlotte win in regulation, or can NYCFC, who are the lower seed, but we're on a really strong run of form down the stretch, can they take that series ultimately? So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I guess what stood out to you, or what's sort of surprised you about the playoffs so far, if anything?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was going to say the New York City Charlotte match was just interesting because, we talk about Kalina and his prowess over the past, 2 calendar years. New York City can't allow it to go that far. Simple as that. Like it shouldn't have got to that point. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's not as if they didn't have their opportunities. And when you go up against a guy that's the reigning goalkeeper of the year, you put yourself at a disadvantage. So, it's not like there's been a whole lot of action since then. Chicago, I kind of imagined that was going to be how it went, because they've been so up and down. But Philly's just a better side. I mean, if we're being honest, despite all their little aspects. And I know in our Discord, people are talking a little bit about how Philly likes to play. That some things don't change. There's a little bit of the dark arts, the shenanigans, but they're a good team. Like they're up at the top for a reason. So that one doesn't really surprise me. And it just kind of goes to, like, I think a lot of our brackets in this playoff series pretty much all had that one going the way that it has. So, but I'm intrigued about this New York City and Charlotte series, about how, because they've been close games. You've had a 1-0 win for New York, and then it was a 0-0 draw that went to penalties, and Charlotte wins it with 7. So that one I think is going to be feisty come the third round. I think you're muted. we keep doing this. You're still muted. That's all right. Look, I'm going to take a sip of beer in your honor. There we go.
I was going to ask, did you see that penalty shootout in the NYC between Charlotte?
Yeah. No, I've been watching like the highlights, but I didn't watch the entire thing front to back because of the aforementioned crap show.
Yeah, what a terrible penalty that I think it was Fernandez that took that penalty. Just awful, very poorly taken. Had no chance of getting in the net. So that was funny. And then Chicago actually won a penalty the first half, and Brandon Gutierrez stepped up to take it in. Not as bad, but it was still a poor penalty that Andre Blake had no trouble with. And I think that was one of 2 saves he made all evening for Philadelphia. As that match just went final in, and it's official. Philadelphia, they're their first team to get through to the second round. I'm surprised that it took, that we're already at that point where a team has made it through to the second round, but here Philadelphia is. And now we get to see how things play out between Miami and Nashville as that match about to kick off here in a couple minutes. I'll say
but
1 or 2 minutes.
But to nobody's surprise, right? With the Philly one, like I said, it was, they were one of the best teams in the league for a reason. And it's funny because we go back on MLS Monday, back to the beginning of the season, and I know me personally, and I think we were all kind of in that similar boat. I had Philly down near the bottom. I was not impressed with their offseason. Wasn't impressed with it at all. But man, they should serve as they should serve as a beacon, for real, and a shining light for the ability, especially in MLS, for a team to go from absolute turd to, or what you might think would be a turd, to getting up there and putting silverware in the cabinet. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really quick. This win probability is interesting to me.
I was looking at it too.
Nashville, 39 for Miami. It's just, that is intriguing because
look at the rain, Nashville too.
That is common. Very intriguing. So that is a fire tifo, by the way.
That is really nice.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Alan Chapman, referee in Nashville. The guys will rain all night, Tyler. I just checked the forecast in Nashville, so that might have a factor this evening. So we'll see how that plays out.
What is it about Nashville? And every time we watch Nashville, I mean, Atlanta's not even involved. But God, it's coming down too.
Yep. It is pouring. All right. Almost time for kickoff. Again, for the few of you that are in here now, thanks for joining us. Let us know what you think of what you're seeing from the match, and we'll try to talk about it as the match goes on. But Tyler, I was saying earlier, I feel like some people were watching Georgia, Florida, that went final not long ago. Georgia winning, really kind of comeback fashion, come from behind fashion. But
they're
more than
these games, man.
Yeah. Brett saying that's not going to be fun to play in. Absolutely. And
it's going to be a factor with it being that intense. It goes back to the point I was making earlier. Look, Miami, you've got a lot of technical players. Like I know this is like super obvious, but things get a little slick in the rain, and trying to turn on a dime might not work in your favor when it's super wet out there. But Nashville, on the other hand, we talk about playing vertical, being intentional, playing direct. That rain doesn't become as much of a factor for them. So we'll see. I mean, especially if it keeps coming down.
Yeah. Seth says he has Nashville. He's watching Miami, so we'll see how that plays out. But again, Nashville needs to get out of this mental block that they're in right now and win a game.
Head.
Heavy rain, it says in the forecast, 52
and
degrees.
52. You know how miserable that is?
Yeah.
That's
not fun. Not fun. See how Nashville plays it. Start here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see this go to a game 3. Just in the interest of good football. But it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be really tough for for Nashville.
It will be. I agree.
And
Miami hasn't scored yet, so that's a bit.
We're off to a good start.
Joking. I'm kind of joking about Miami here, but like I said, they've just had Nashville's number over these past few matches. I think scoring at least 3 goals in each of the past matches against Miami. And to go further than that, see Oriole rooting for Nashville as well. Miami's last few matches, I'll read them off. They had the stinker, the 5-3 against Chicago, the 5-3 against Chicago. But New England against New England 4-1, which you expect. Against Atlanta
Yeah.
United 4-0, which you expect.
Yeah.
Against Nashville, decision day 5-2. 3-1 against Nashville in the first match of this series. So things look to be already a little chippy.
Yeah, you've already had I forget who it was, but kind of doing the I'm gonna be dominant standing over you while you're bent over on the ground over Ian Frey from Nashville, and then Nashville gets a little something back. So
yeah,
there's gonna be definitely lots of mouths being run throughout this 90 minutes.
And some of that I feel like is maybe desperation is the wrong word to use, but just Nashville understand the urgency of tonight.
Well, yeah,
right?
you got to pull out all the stops for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
nothing should be off the
absolutely.
table. If you got to pull out the PhD in the dark arts, you better pull out the PhD in the dark arts and let's ride. And here we go. All right, now we're coming together.
Hello. Wow. Falcone involved, Hany
Oh, we
involved.
are already
Who got
throwing
the
cards
yellow?
out. Okay.
Wow.
I don't think it was Zimmerman.
Nah.
No, it was
Let's see how this looks like a little coming together. Ooh.
And that's honestly oh, okay.
Yeah, right there.
It's because of the
You don't need to do that. Come on.
yeah, because that it's not like that ball was going to anybody. He was just trying to
Eddie
drill it.
Texas. Yeah. Oriole says, I don't think that's intentional. Well,
I think
Miami
the foul
thought it
itself,
was.
the foul, I don't think was intentional. I think maybe there was a little bit. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think he was trying to hit him, but I mean, he was trying to send that thing over the top of Geodis Park.
Yeah, I know. Do you think this is going to end 11v11? I
don't know, man. At this point, we're
that
was in the fourth minute.
Early. Yeah, I know.
But that's the thing. That changes that kind of a yellow card this early on. That can change games. We go back to the Hell is Real matchup on Monday, and we were doing the watch along for that one as well, and we kept talking about how some of those early yellows might work against Columbus, and then kind of, and to a degree, Cincy as well. If Onder got one, and kind of died out for most of the match, but curious to see, because that wasn't his first kind of moment either. I mean, we're less than 6 minutes in, and he had already had one before that, and then had another one and got a yellow out of it. So
yeah.
You're going the wrong way.
Feel like
Omar's
no,
rooting for chaos.
Careful. That's a pretty risky pass there, wasn't it?
But it's like
Miami lurking.
It's like Rancho said, and I think that's Waffle House, our good buddy Waffle House United. I think I could be wrong. But was saying, like, trying to.
It's a good ball ahead.
That was a great ball. That's exactly what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. Flag stayed down, though.
Flag stayed down.
Yeah.
That makes this call really interesting.
Quarter? Yeah. Penalty.
That is a penalty, yeah.
Wow.
I want to see.
Is he onside first? I think just barely onside.
I think he is. I think he is, yeah.
There wouldn't have been enough to overturn. Let's see. Ooh.
What did I say? There's my.
Got some penalty. Wow.
Now, it is interesting because that ball wasn't going anywhere of purpose, right? But the fact that Rocco didn't get to it in time and then made the contact, that's going to get called. But what did I say? Rocco, like, he's going to be a weak link as much as I love him.
Yeah. And
The legend
you know, you
himself,
can't you
the
can't you can't hit
stash.
him with you can't hit him with Doxo, right? Because it's
No,
not clear and obvious that he'll score on that. It's that
no, because I
well,
mean, look
yeah,
at where
because
that
he
ball.
kicked the ball away. He kicked the ball
He
away,
kicked the ball away. It wasn't even going towards
so
goal.
that takes Doxo out of the
But
question
there is
of the
definitely
equation.
contact.
There have been a yellow though. Do you think? Omer's saying that's got to be a red. Are they
Uh,
going to review?
I don't think
See,
it's a
there's
red.
no
I think you
yellow,
could.
so I don't think there's anything to review unless. And Omer's saying Doxo. Well, no, because he
It's
kicked
a
the ball
penalty.
away.
They're going to review it because it's a penalty.
Let's see. Well, I think first they need to look at if Surridge is on side, which
And
I think
see,
he
I think
is.
he's on there. I think he's good
Just
there.
barely
Look at
on.
the lines. But yeah, I mean, I think he keeps
Wow,
himself
that's
on
a
side.
beautiful pass.
Great hustle. But yeah, he's trying to control the ball there and go around Rocco, so you can't give a dog so there.
Yeah.
But it's a penalty. I'm good with that call.
Yep.
And in the interest of absolute chaos in this going to game 3, I'm here for it. Is he bleeding? Or is it just his ear?
All right, here we go. Surridge. 1-0. Perfect. Great penalty.
Yeah, that was great.
Really good
Killed
penalty.
it.
Look at Surridge. Little message for Miami there with the that was just a just a well taken
solid
penalty.
penalty.
Like, yeah. I mean, it's cool and confident. That's the way you got to do it. So 1-0 Nashville.
I feel vindicated, man. Every one of Tyler's key points is coming true so far. I don't. We got a long way to go, though.
Yeah. No, but look. I mean, if you're Nashville, right, you had to have gotten that first goal in front of your home fans, right, to get them something to rally around. Especially with Miami down in the series or Nashville down the series.
Yeah, but then that's what I was saying. That was one of my points going forward. Like, all right, so now it's 1-0. Now Miami is going to feel like, all right, they need to be a little more urgent. And now you open their already weak defense up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Ian Frey getting into with
Ian Frey better watch out with that forehead.
Yeah, this is going to end with at least a red card. It has to. Like, Alan Chapman's got to get control here. I mean, it's not even the 10th minute yet, or is the 10th minute?
Yeah, Kevin. The
absolutely.
longer this first 10 minutes goes on, I definitely see this not ending 11v11. Cause I love how like after this all, they want to hug each other, but then it starts back up minutes later. Omar said, "I can't wait for the Latte Life to come back next year like Surridge." That's what I keep holding on to, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes some time to get their feet under them. But yeah, I agree. Frey needs a card like that forehead. That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful with that. That's
Oh, can Nashville?
I don't know how you can give that other one and not give that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're starting to see what you're just talking about with Miami. You need to sort of chase and open things up defensively, and now Nashville, their objective is to take advantage of that and get a second goal here.
Yeah,
it's not over if they are able to get that second goal because you know who's on the other side as that's a throw-in for Miami, but you can really, really dictate the flow of the match if you're Nashville. Now you need to be careful because you can't be too passive if you're Miami or Nashville here.
Yeah.
But that first goal though, just so important in front of your home fans.
There's the stat 14-3-3 at home this season for Nashville.
Yeah.
It's been a good place for them.
It has.
I'm happy for that guy too, man. BJ Callahan.
Yeah.
Comes in halfway through the season. Well, maybe 2/3 of the way through the season last year.
Yeah.
And it immediately starts trying to put his stamp on it. And I think, a lot of people were just kind of frustrated. But you saw progress. And then when they come out this year and they do the job. They're They look like a team that knows what they want to do. Now, yeah, like you said, there's some mental aspects of it that they haven't been able to fully conquer here at the end of the season, but
here's a chance, maybe.
it's much better. It's a great turnover.
Yep. Still in play for them.
See how patient they're going to be.
Yeah. Need a cross.
Yep.
Nope.
Got to put the ball in.
Yep. Oh. Took a deflection. Okay. Yeah. Alex Muyl get involved. That's that. Net for Nashville.
Yeah.
6-3 against Miami with Messi on the team.
And that 2023 Leagues Cup final, that was the one
Sheesh.
that essentially was what got Gary fired.
Here's a
Not
chance for
because it was
Miami.
right after that.
Messi with the open net. Wow, misses. Is it offside though?
See that very often.
Chapman mentioned offside.
That rain got him.
Yeah, I think it was off anyway. I think Chapman's this off. Yep. There's the flag.
Yeah.
First chance of the day though for
BJ advances and Greg doesn't.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Kevin Callahan had him training after the season to get his ideas and game plan. Yeah, I mean, and they've bought into it. That's the big thing. You can tell they bought into it. And it also helped that Sam Surridge did come good finally.
Another yellow. Patrick Jasbeck. That's 2 yellows in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
Yep. And that might start to dictate the substitution cycles a little bit, because the last thing you want, obviously, is so get a second yellow and missing a potential game 3 or a semifinal if you're Miami, if you do advance tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Mascherano and Callahan play the subs here. That's going to be corralled by Miami. Was it a yellow on Jasbeck? Double check. Yeah, it was. Just showed on the screen.
Yep.
It's a good tackle.
Look at that.
Is that
really good tackle.
Is that Messi down?
That's Messi, yeah.
Uh-oh.
They got around him. I mean, he got the ball. He's fine. He's just pissed that
he's feeling
he didn't come away with it. He's
right knee. Yeah, he's
talking to the ref.
Barking at Chapman, yeah. Yep. Messi can complain to referees with the best of them.
Yeah. But this is if you're Nashville, man, this is all going the way that you want. That was a terrible, terrible pass.
Yeah, it really was.
You had Mukhtar off to the right. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly kind of what you want. Right now, I mean, Miami they seem irked. They seem frustrated.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, is frustrate them. Get them frustrated. Get in their heads, right? And make them play the style of football that you want them to play.
Yeah,
and take them out of it. I think that's exactly what you have to do. And it's been working early on. I mean, you see some guys getting in the faces of others, and Messi going after Chapman. So it's an emotional game. See how this comes down.
All right, going back the other way now.
Nope. So now Suarez getting frustrated. He thought he was fouled. Good ball into the box. Ooh. Oh, wow.
Oh,
I thought there might have been a case for a penalty. I guess not. We'll have to see the replay. It's a quarter either way,
man,
but
Alex Mule. Every time I
yeah.
see this guy, I'm like, I always forget that a Jonas brother plays for Nashville.
Oh, is that a penalty?
Nah, I think he slipped. That would be tough, man.
There's
That thing
contact.
skated.
There's contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Zimmerman knows that wasn't a penalty. He would have been protesting if he thought it was.
Yeah. But again, this is good signs for Nashville. I mean, you're doing everything you need to do.
Foul.
Well, here we go. We're gonna try to take it quick.
On the free kick.
What kind of crap is this?
I know.
What are we doing?
Giveaway against Nashville.
Oreo's right. He does look like a Jonas brother. Thank you. I'm vindicated. I've been saying this for like 3 years, and every time I say it, somebody's like, I could see it maybe, but no, that dude is a Jonas brother. He's like the what, fifth Jonas brother, because they have that weird other one that like nobody knows about.
Frankie.
Is it him? Like for real? Is it really Frankie? Yeah. See, Alex is the fifth one.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been interesting too. Like, you look at Miami, and hopefully for Nashville fans' sake, this isn't like
Suarez.
a commentator curse.
Oh, the outside
off
of the bar.
Wow. But what about that finesse though by Suarez? I got to give it to him. Yeah. You knew what he wanted to do, and he was being patient enough to get past.
It's a decent cross. Oh, it went out.
And then wraps his foot around it and almost makes it 1-1.
Yeah. Oh, he's offside. I think he's off.
Yeah, he's off.
Yeah. Wouldn't have mattered, yeah.
But good opportunity though.
Yeah.
Which I guess my commentator's curse thing was somewhat premature. I guess maybe the soccer gods knew what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They haven't done a great job getting into the final third, and then they almost score.
I mean, you're right. They haven't until that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it was offside, but I mean, they still were able to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're loving this if you're in Nashville.
Yeah, because it wasn't one and done. They've come close to making it 2.
Yep.
Give yourself a little bit of an insurance goal, and you're looking real, real happy.
Mm-hmm. That's the All-State banner rotates around the stadium. Speaking of insurance. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
I don't know if that was intentional on your part, but
it was not. Allstate sponsor us.
Yeah. Yes, please. That'd be fantastic.
So it's interesting too. You kind of saw a little bit of a link up there. Suarez making the gesture of like more of that. You can tell that Miami is going to start trying to go really direct now too. They're going to try to play that that line breaking pass just straight into to Suarez or whoever's up top. So this is that moment if you're Walker Zimmerman, especially, you gotta really have that back line on the P's and Q's.
Yep. Sort of like a 3-man back line for Nashville with wingbacks playing. Well, now,
yeah,
it's interesting to see how this shape kind of evolves. Kind of looks like a back 3, back 5 for a moment. Just the players moving in and out of position.
They're doing a really good job pinching everything off to one side, and then still being able to play it pretty well into traffic. And then Miami, taking their time to kind of recycle things and go about it the way they want to. But I think what you're going to see Miami start to do is if they can play out of this, it's going to get up here and see there's a turnover. And that's
Yep.
crazy because not even like Nashville's pressing that hard. They just kind of played into a rough situation there.
Yeah.
But if they can play out of the back, if they can get to essentially that center third, I think that's when you're going to start seeing the direct, really direct passes straight up to the top.
Yep. So let's talk about the other series just super quick. Portland, San Diego. Oh, let's wait for this chance by Nashville.
There it is. There's that direct.
That's a foul.
Ooh.
Well, never mind. That's a foul. Oh, I guess not. Play on since Al Chapman.
Definitely
See,
letting them play.
Nashville, yeah, or Miami are just going to get more and more frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
So Portland versus San Diego tonight. Do you think Portland forces a third match, or does San Diego close it out?
I think San Diego's just too good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then Dallas, Vancouver. I mean, I feel like I know what you're going to say, but what do you think about that one?
Same thing. Vancouver's just too good.
Vancouver.
I mean, I think both of those are just total mismatches.
Mismatches, yeah. Vancouver had 22 shots against Dallas in the first match.
Yeah,
only won
wild.
2-0 or something like that. Or
I think it was
3-0. 3-0.
Okay.
Yeah. 18 shots, 10 on target. Like Michael Collodi, their keeper, stood on his head, or it would have been like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Just getting peppered.
Jeez.
Over and over.
I know.
Omar said you can't let Miami go into halftime with a goal deficit because they'll find a way in the second half. We saw that in the Man U game today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Man U did their thing. But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I think if you're gonna make it a goal deficit, because those halftime talks with Messi, they tend to be magical. You better give yourself again an insurance goal.
Yeah.
And yeah, Seth, that back pass to the goalkeeper, especially when they were, I don't know if it was the one you were talking about, but there was one that was sent in hot, and I was like, ooh, that's concerning. Handled it well, but man, what a way to potentially change the entire outcome of the game.
Yeah. Oh, no foul. No foul.
Wow.
Very nice.
Pokes it away. Here we go.
Yep.
Man, there's bodies flying everywhere. This is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, he's back up.
He got it real quick as soon as the ball started coming his way. Probably one of the best floppers in Major League Soccer. Hany Mukhtar.
Yeah.
But hey, it's like I said earlier, you're Nashville, dude. You're pulling out the PhD in the dark arts and everything you can think of at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oreos. That dude is never going to be able to cut his hair because of Man U. You know, I think a lot of this game is coming down. Nashville's just winning the majority of their 1v1s. You know, and their 50-50s. Like,
that's a nice pass.
That is a very good pass, and you're in really, really dangerous
territory. Nashville counter, yeah. Because look how many people are back.
They just don't have any numbers up top, though.
Yeah. You know you have to dribble back. That's bad. Oh, no. So that's a bad turnover. We got it back, though. There's a lot of space to the left if they want it. Yeah, that's a really good pass over to Messi.
Yeah, you got to give him credit for shutting it down the way they did, though.
Mm-hmm. Like, how does it get to him? Good block.
Yeah,
That's a good block.
very good.
But how does that ball get to him? It's incredible. Hmm.
It's interesting too because this game started off super chippy, and to be fair, it's still been chippy. The cards just have maybe stopped flowing a little bit, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of what you're seeing too, these bodies hitting the floor are due large part to the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Just super, super slippery out there.
Yeah. It really is.
And here we are talking about last year's round 3 with Atlanta and Miami, where Atlanta pulled off the biggest upset in MLS history. You dang right they did.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can hold on to right now.
Right.
It just feels like Miami has really struggled to get their game plan going. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just been like if this were a one-off match, or if you were somebody in another country or whatever, tuning into the Saturday night Nashville versus Miami match, you would look at this first 30 minutes and say, well, Nashville's been the better side.
Yeah. I agree.
Now, obviously, lots of context not included with the past few matches and everything else.
Yeah.
Is that Jake Paul?
No. I don't think so.
But no, it's just one of those things where here he's calling for the yellow. Go, give him the yellow. Give him the yellow. No, I mean, first of all, Miami, you've had Alan Chapman as a ref. You know Alan Chapman is going to let this get physical.
Mm-hmm.
But Nashville, I mean, they've come out and they've played their game, and they've done it well.
Yeah.
Dude, Rodrigo DePaul's still running his mouth. Omar, I don't know. He's asking, does Miami pick up DePaul's purchase?
You would think. You would think.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, they will. I think the answer is that yes, but I think it hasn't been as good as ever. Come on, as everybody thought it was going to be, including me. I made the hot take on MLS Monday a few months ago that Rodrigo DePaul's signing would be just as impactful as Messi. So far, that has not been the case.
Yeah. Why is that, do you think?
That is tough. I would say probably some of it can be because you have to be fair and attribute some of this to some players just take longer to get involved in a new league, especially MLS, especially coming in the middle of the year. Some people come in hot, others don't. If they do pick it up, I guarantee you next year he's going to look way better. But in a way, it feels like it was another one of those names that, yeah, I mean, it's big and it's great and it's awesome, but
Yeah.
you actually had a midfield that was doing pretty well for the most part. Otherwise, not,
Yeah.
I mean, not perfect, but on their day, they could be the best in the league.
Good ball ahead. This might be 1-1. Oh, couldn't get on target. I shouldn't need that. He got
calling for
dragged
the
out
shirt
when he
tug.
Yeah.
Man, they are doing everything they can to get a call.
Yep.
Is he
He's
onside?
onside.
Yes.
Pass across. No, I don't know if that's enough for a penalty.
No.
It's a good ball in by Suarez, though. Good cross
really
by
good
Suarez.
Ball. Good defending, though.
I don't see anything in the. I don't see anything in that.
No.
Like Miami's just gonna start trying to sell calls all night long now.
I'm wondering if how how Alan Chapman deals with it. I wonder if he's going to be one of those that actually starts throwing the cards for embellishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oreo saying Miami always does everything to get a call. I mean, the thing is, I can't say that it's been unfair because you've had it go both ways, right? Now that was that was a flop. I mean, that was a little maybe not a flop. That was dramatic. Yeah, I don't see. Look, okay,
there's not enough.
There's
not enough in that.
That's not much of anything.
Jersey, but there's not enough in that. That's never.
Yeah, that's
never
not,
a penalty.
especially to go down like that. Yeah, Kevin
Never
Jamal would have scored that for sure.
Like
now we're doing the whole. Down. The captain has to talk to me. Nobody else can speak to me. Go away, or I'm going to give you a yellow.
Yeah. What do you think of that rule? I feel like you're not a fan of that.
I'm a fan of the
captain. Yeah, but it's just enforcement, right? You got to enforce it all the way across.
You have to enforce it, and that's my biggest thing with it. Like sometimes, I'm a fan of it in principle, but we've had the conversation earlier in the year. Here we go. I don't know that he's on though.
Oh yeah, he was off.
It can't be. I mean, we've seen it going to, like as an Atlanta example. We've seen it to where, players were given a yellow for speaking to the ref that weren't the captain, and literally moments later, a player comes up running his mouth to the captain. I mean, to the ref that's not the captain, and nothing's done. So it's like, dude, you want to make a rule, fine, but you have to enforce it, and it has to be enforced the same way every time. None of this when I feel like it crap.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a problem more than it is a solution.
Well, that's a bad giveaway.
I will still contend that the single greatest potential, not even rule, but enforcement that would make the game of soccer flow better.
What's that?
Is for refs, and it goes to this point of the whole captain not being bum rushed by a bunch of players. It's the same point. Just let the game get beat. All right, so a foul happens, right? And everybody comes running up to the ref. And they're wanting to say their piece and get in the ref's face and all this other crap. The ref should just allow the game to be restarted at that moment. And all of that crap would go out the window, because it would take one time for like 6 players to get caught out of position because they're wanting to run their mouth, and then they get dunked on, for all that crap to stop. Just, hey, you want to come argue with me? Cool. Ball's live. And whatever happens, happens. and that getting in the ref's face, all that crap, it would stop. You don't need a rule that a captain has to go talk to the ref.
Ooh. Oh.
Woo-hoo. Just twinkle toes through there, man.
Yeah, I
Holy
know.
crap.
It's messy for you, though.
Yeah. This just is not so far coming together.
Mm-hmm. It's a good ball ahead. Surridge. And no one there. Well done forcing the throw in, though. So let's look at the other playoff schedule here. I know you asked about Cincinnati Columbus tomorrow at Lower.com Field. What's your gut check on that? Do you think Cincinnati closes it out or Columbus can force a game 3?
I think I got to stick with what I originally said. I think it goes to game 3. The first one was just so close.
Yeah, I think I picked Columbus to win that series, by the way.
Yeah, because I think me and Tommy said Cincy, or me and Tommy said Cincy.
Ooh,
woo!
Not a bad shot. I don't mind that.
No, I don't mind that at all.
We'll take it.
But no, I think it goes to game 3. I think Lower.com it's always gonna be a tough place.
Yeah. If Mukhtar just lifts that up a little more, I think it's a goal. But
not a great job to parry it away either by Rocco.
I mean,
it's little limp wristed.
I mean, it's coming at him pretty fast though, so I don't know if he has. Much of a choice. Let's see what they can do in this free or this corner though. You gonna maybe go back post with it, see what happens.
Ooh. Wasn't a bad ball.
Yeah, nice back heel. It's a cross. Not a great cross. There's no one there to receive it.
Yeah.
See if Miami can counter. No, they're building up. I kind of expect Miami to counter a little bit more. They don't. I don't know if this is me or not. I could be making this up. They're not. They're not really a counter-attacking team.
No.
Do you see that?
I think
because they prefer to build it up, get it, eventually work in the final third, and really let Messi or Suarez work their magic. Because here you go, right here.
Yeah.
Not the worst cross, but not the best cross either. Goes right to Willis. Yeah, but they're more deliberate in their build up. Like a team like Nashville, they can hit you on the counter, but that's not really.
They have speed.
They have speed. Miami has more tactics and more, more technicality on their side, and they use that to their advantage. Whereas you can see Nashville used to that speed to potentially hit you on the counter. I feel like that's a dueling styles of play between these two sides, right? That each side can really exploit from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, so, Miami, they, like you said, they're very deliberate in playing from the back up to that kind of central third, and then that's where you get Messi on the ball. That's where you get, some of their wings on the ball, and that's where your creativity comes from. Because then those players we know have the vision to be able to make a pass to literally anybody, and then you've got a guy up top who's an elite finisher. The guy up top is not a counterattacking guy anymore. That guy is still putting needles in his knees before every game to deal with the pain.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like
he's not going to beat anybody in a foot race. Yeah, he's old. I mean, to be fair, like I get it, dude. But Yeah, Nashville. I mean, look, Hany Mukhtar is no slouch. Sam Surridge, admittedly, is no slouch either.
Yeah.
When it comes to speed. So, and it's like I said at the beginning of this game, if Nashville wants a chance in this one, they've got to play direct. And so far, so good.
Yeah. Who is this? A Surge. So, Cincinnati Columbus, you think that goes 3, you said?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, I just think lower.com's too tough of a place to play,
yeah,
especially how close the first one was.
no, for sure. Yeah, I can see that going 3. And again, I picked Columbus to win that one. Austin LAFC. Is Austin forced to game
LA.
3?
Nope.
Because that was close. That's a close match. It was a close match. It took...
Go ahead.
No, I was waiting on you. Sorry.
No, I think I mean, I know I kind of said like you never know what Austin is going to do when they get back home because you know they've beat LA there recently, but oh come on, but no, I just think LAFC is just still too good.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a struggle. It'll be close, I think, but that was a rough way to go out.
Yeah, that's a good giveaway or good defensive play, I should say. See how Nashville builds up here. And then you get something. Oh, good ball.
That was a very good ball.
Great. Oh, that's a great save. He did well. He did well to make space. That's a great job making enough space to shoot that. I didn't think he was going to get that off. That was Yasbek.
Was he on? He was. No, he was definitely on.
He was always on. Yeah, I don't know how you got that much space. That was pretty impressive. That was a good attacking sequence by Nashville. Rancho dos Pinos, Wallflowers. I agree. Atlanta never played like this in 2025. Sort of one of the differences between Nashville and look at this. It's in 2-0.
Hey!
Wow. Bauer. Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer. 24. Jack Bauer. Let's go.
Former Atlanta United man. Josh Bauer make it 2-0. I'll have to see how that played out. It just looked like it just hung out loose in the box, and eventually Josh Bauer just tapped it home. Wow, this is now they had a 2-0. No, they did not. They didn't have a 2-0 lead. I think they had like a 2-1 lead. But yeah, Nashville 2-0 just before the half.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, he just knocks it home while sliding down.
Slid it.
It just barely went off Zimmerman's head too.
Watching a hungry hippos or something.
Yeah, I don't know if Zimmerman got a touch.
He just kind of fell down and like, look at that. That's a U12 goal if I've ever seen.
That is. Hey, they count. They count. I don't think they're complaining. I don't think they're complaining one bit.
But then this is what we talk about. Like we said the same thing with Austin too. My whole point with them was, dude, put it in the box and see what freaking happens. Like put it in the mixer. But like put it in the mixer. See what happens. You just never know where it's gonna fall.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you do it. Yeah, I did not expect 2-0 at all over Nashville, but this is exactly what we were talking about. You have to. You can't be afraid of Miami. You can't let them dictate the sequence here. You got to force them to play your game. And now, if you're Miami, you're chasing. You got to chase 2 goals. You got to be more obviously attack minded than you were. And now I'm interested to see what this tactical setup for Javier Mascherano plays out in the second half. And Oreos is asking sort of that same question. How do you think Miami changes things up? If I can talk to try to salvage this. You gotta now. Let's see if they get a goal here right before the half to make it 2-1.
if you're Nashville,
3 minutes of
you
stoppage time.
have to stay disciplined here. You can't let them get one back.
Yep. Long
in the
ball.
next minute and 20.
They weren't on the same page. Mukhtar and Surridge.
But no, I mean,
you can't let Miami score. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as like the halftime talk, I think first of all, I'm going to contend, as I have all year, that halftime talk will not be of any substance from Javier Mascherano. It is not his halftime talk. It is Lionel Messi's halftime talk.
Yeah.
But I think as far as tactics are concerned, similar to what I said about Nashville, but like Miami, they have to play more direct. Like, you're being a little too patient playing out of the back. Even now, look at you. You're 30 seconds from the locker room. And yeah, you get it to Messi, and you never know. I mean, Messi right now made me eat my words for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like, give yourself more opportunities to get Messi and them on the ball. Give yourself more opportunities to get Suarez on the ball. You're just not being as threatening as you can be. So I think if I'm telling them anything, it's pull the trigger quicker, a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Rodrigo de Paul has to get involved. He has to be that pressure release valve. He needs to stop fiddling around with the ball and turn and play it up top a lot quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not connecting for Miami. And Orioles said Messi hasn't touched the ball really in this first half. I'll have to see where the touch map is and what the stats are for Messi in this first half as Alan Chapman blows the whistle. But yeah, 2-0. I mean, this is
start for Nashville.
Best case scenario for Nashville. Miami, you're still in it, obviously. I mean, you're never really out of it if you're Nashville, but yeah, I would love to see how many touches Messi got because just to that point, he just didn't seem very involved outside of a few opportunities. Now, all he needs is one chance, right, on the ball to make something happen.
He'll pop up, at any moment.
Yeah,
but for sure, I mean, you've got to get. Look, I mean, this is not like a super secret coaching mechanism. Like you should probably get the best player in the world the ball more often.
I agree.
It's not that difficult.
I agree. As an Orioles saying, it could have been 4-0. I mean, Real Nova makes 2 great saves.
Yeah.
So it could have been exactly 4-0. But that just speaks to how Nashville has just been able to control this match and just not get caught up in the noise, not get caught up in, we've played Miami 10 times with Messi in the lineup and we've lost all night or even won the past 9 times.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a stat for us, the fans, and for us watching from a distance. In the locker room, they don't care. Like, they just, hey, let's win, whatever. We don't care about past matches. And for Miami, it's the same thing, right? We just got to win. It's last year's last year. This is this year. We're the favorite to win MLS Cup in many circles. Maybe 1 of 2 teams or 3 at most that could have a legitimate chance at winning the championship. So,
yeah.
Do you think
it's like Kevin said? Is this setting us up the same story as last year? I mean, I think we obviously got a long way to go, but it's definitely looking like it could push a game 3. And then I will say really quickly, Nashville. We talked about Miami's halftime talk, but Nashville's has to be. You need to come out there with your head screwed on straight, because Miami's going to come out swinging. And I think, like Omar made the point earlier, look, it's a 2-0 lead. 2-0, first of all, most dangerous lead in soccer. We know this. Yeah. But you're playing against Messi. That 2-0 lead could get erased very quickly. And we've seen it happen in this league this year. So
absolutely.
Just don't come out and make mistakes. You got to come out, keep your head screwed on right, be disciplined, but also keep up.
Nashville too. I mean, Miami too.
Yeah, for sure. But Nashville, they don't need to fall into the trap of trying to set back and hold this 2-0 lead. Yeah. They need to keep trying to play direct, keep Miami uncomfortable, because if you let them get comfortable, that's when they're going to walk all over you.
Do you feel like, I don't know if this is really the case. This is just me kind of asking you this. I feel like there's still a little bit of lingering um, tension from last year. What happened last year from Miami? Yeah, obviously we can't get inside their heads. We don't know what they're thinking. They'll say, "Hey, we're not worried about that." But I just feel like maybe they're a little bit tense. I mean, anything can happen. This match is far from over, right? But I don't know. Maybe there's just a little tense. Maybe trying to not make mistakes to, again, fall into what happened last season. So I think if Miami can be a little more relaxed, get Messi the ball, get him involved, um, then they still have a chance of winning this match and getting it to game 3, or getting to the semifinals, I should say. But I think
Yeah, I
this.
mean,
God,
I think you have to you kind of have to go into the second 45, if they haven't already, putting all that crap out of your mind. And I mean, here's the thing: half of this team has played in the biggest matches the world has to offer,
mm-hmm.
literally. They've been here before. They know the game, but it did happen last year,
Yeah,
and nobody thought that was going to happen. And so, are the Messis and the DePauls and the Suarezes going to be able to tune it out? Absolutely, because they've been able to do it their entire career. But can the Ian Freys and the
Nolan
Allende's and
Allen's.
some of these Noah Allens, are they going to be able to wipe that away? Is that going to be something that
Yeah,
they can put, and be the Ted Lasso proverbial goldfish?
yeah,
Because if they all can't do it, and it's a mental game, it's the mental game for some of these defensive players who have been the weakness for Miami all season. Now you start getting into their head, that opens them up and makes them even more vulnerable. So, yeah, I mean, I just think the whole team has to be locked in, and that's where I
yeah,
think like that. Javier Mascherano needs to come in, and that's where he has to be the coach. He has to say, "Hey, no, all 11 of y'all, plus the ones that are on the bench that are coming in the second half, you got to be locked in. Like
mm,
this is do or die. We ain't trying to take this to a game 3. We're trying to knock
yeah,
this out right now, be done with it, and shut all the haters up. Because if history does repeat itself, oh buddy, are we never
yeah,
going to hear the end of it?
yeah. I think, I feel like if you're Nashville, like you have really nothing to lose. I feel like it's sort of dictating the way they're playing, because obviously you don't want to go out of the playoffs, of course. But having said that, I feel like pressure is more on Miami because they have the expectations. They have the better players on paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they being favored by Manny to win MLS Cup. If favored going into the season to potentially win the Supporter Shield. Well, that didn't happen, of course. But now, what can you do? And the Messi, of course, again, down the stretch, he showed why he's the best player in the world. But looking at these stats here, he can't do it himself. I mean, he could, but I'm looking at Suarez, just 10 goals. And, you know, you want him involved, but, this isn't the Luis Suarez, we saw last year. It's far from it.
Do you think? I'll ask that question in a second. Hang on,
Okay.
because this might be a hot take. Brett kind of alluding to our point earlier. Miami is very good at playing against teams that are sitting back. So yeah, that's why I say you can't come out and just sit there. You have to keep them under pressure. Kevin said Messi would rage quit. If Oreo saying if Miami gets knocked out, does Mascherano keep his job?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
I really don't, because of the expectations that were put on him to get this team to what they couldn't do last year. I mean, you have the players that you have, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does get, if it happens. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets sacked. I really don't. um, because you're not you're not brought here to crash out in the first round of the playoffs. You're brought here to win championships, and you missed out on Supporter Shield. You missed out on Leagues Cup, and now it's not a given. But if you lose this match and then lose match 3 like you did last year, you lose out on MLS Cup, and that's going to be seen as a massive disappointment. And that's why I think I wouldn't be surprised if Javi Mascherano gets fired if Atlanta or Miami aren't able to close out this series. And Seth saying he thinks the organization goes into panic mode. I don't know. What do you think happens? Do you think he comes back?
I don't think so. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Omar Mascherano to Atlanta, don't you dare. It would never happen. Never say never. No. But no, I do think. I think just based on the sheer expectations, I don't feel, in my opinion, that Javier Mascherano has got the most out of this team, despite where they're at. Look, Lionel Messi has 31 goals. Luis Suarez has, I think, 10 goals, 10 assists. And that is respectable. That is highly respectable. But could Tata Martino have gotten more out of them? And I think the answer to that is yes. Because it's not just them two. Really, it's who is getting the most out of these younger players that we're talking about. And I don't think Javier Mascherano is doing that. He failed miserably at it with the Argentine U22s or U20s, whatever they were. Not good. It was not good. And that was with a ton of talent. And, because of the way MLS, roster restrictions work, you can't have, despite their best efforts, Barcelona 2.0 on the field. Yeah. You're going to have some young guys. You're going to have some youth. And I just don't think Javier Mascherano is the coach to take those young guys to the next level.
Yeah. No, I agree. And to that point, Oreo saying, how much coaching does Mascherano really do? You can't
none.
You can't just be a figurehead on you can't just be a figurehead on this technical area, right? You have to be able to not only manage those personalities, but manage the team. I mean, that's why they're called a manager, but you have to make decisions to benefit the team. You have to, again, be technically sound, play to the strengths, or put players from a technical standpoint in the strength to succeed. Your strategy, if you're Miami, can't just be get the ball to Messi and let him do what he wants. Mm-hmm. Your strategy in Miami has to be play off the strength of other players who you've brought in to help this team collectively win games. And I just worry if Messi is, by some form or fashion, comes up injured or something like that, does this team have the ability to rally around that in spite of him and win football games? I don't think that's the case. So you need to find a way to get more players involved. You've done it before. You've done it before when he was injured last year. They were on a good run of form, but most of that, or part of that, was Suarez, though, right? And we've seen Suarez, his form not really the best, not really what it was last year. That's just my vantage point.
Yeah.
But
no, I agree with
that's
you.
me from a neutral standpoint, from like 500, 600 miles away. So,
yeah, I mean, I think
I could be wrong.
I think 100%. Like, to be fair, the team has done okay. They've done pretty well in a lot of cases without Messi. But to your point, like Suarez has really stepped up in some of those moments. And a handful of others have, but that's what you expect out of them. Like you expect the guys that have been in, the World Cups and in the Champions League finals and all this other stuff, like to be able to step up in those moments. That's what they do. That's why they're there. But I don't know. I can't look at this team and tell you what Javier Mascherano's identity is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, like I said the same thing about Ronnie Dyla at Atlanta this whole year. I'm like, what are we actually trying to do here? And it's like you said, a lot of times it does just kind of seem like get Messi the ball and hope for the best, which is a great tactic, actually. Again, get your best player,
Or
get the
worse
best player in the
tactics.
world the ball. Yeah, you'll get some stuff. You'll definitely make some things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like you have to have a little bit more flexibility. And again, what it comes down to for me is who gets the most out of these other, maybe the supporting cast, because that's where your extra goals, that's where your game winning goals might come from when you really need them. The ones that aren't expected. Go back to last year. Did anybody expect it to be a header from Bartek Slish?
Yeah, right.
To be the game winner,
Right.
to make history? No. But he did it because he played to the freaking whistle. He did things that a young player is taught and supposed to do. So yeah, I don't know. Seth saying, does Tata go back over there over Atlanta? No, I mean, I think he left, to go take his sabbatical, his personal time, whatever he had going on back home. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of wild for him to just kind of hop right
It's not
back
happening.
over.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
No, I don't see it. Looks like the rain's lit up in Nashville. It's just a bit. You can still see it though. I don't think you make any changes at the half if you're either team.
If I were Miami, I would maybe think about tweaking my midfield a little bit. Just to, and this was actually, that's perfect. Oreo said that Jordi Alba not getting the ball, it struggles, or it makes them struggle. I think if you get somebody that's a little more dynamic, and it goes back to what I said about DePaul earlier, you got to be much more fast paced. You have to be more deliberate with what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And there's a time and a place to sit there and hold the ball and dictate the tempo. Well, now you're down 2-0. You can't dictate the tempo anymore in terms of trying to slow things down. You have to go. You have to move. So you make the right movements in the midfield, you can tweak things a little bit and get Jordi Alba, for example, more involved, because Nashville won't be able to just, essentially close him down with two guys on that side. But if you continue the way you are, I mean, look at the map right there with the ball. Look at where they're at. Look at how clumped together they are.
It's very compressed.
Spacing.
Yeah.
It's highly compressed.
Well, it's nothing down the wings.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You get somebody in the middle who's, and to me, it's DePaul. DePaul has to do way better here. DePaul, honestly, is like the weak link in this match for me. Like, he's just kind of there as another body that's not really playing the ball to the strengths of the team. So if he can get more involved and allow the outside backs, the wings to open up and get down the touchline a little bit more, then I think it opens the game up, because it also makes it more difficult for Nashville just as a whole to double team anybody, because you have to be spread out more.
Yeah, no, definitely. We see a lot of you watching on X. If you're watching on X, thanks so much for watching. Click on the, be sure to leave us a message. Leave us a chat on X. Certainly, if you're watching on YouTube, definitely join us in the chat there as well. But Tyler, like nearly 1,000 views.
That would help us a lot.
X. Yeah, go to our YouTube channel. Just search Scarves and Spikes. And as Tyler said, please subscribe. It definitely helps us out a lot. And be sure to like as well. Don't just subscribe, like our videos, like our content. It definitely helps us out a lot. Before we started this whole content creation journey, Tyler, I was like, why does it help to like videos?
And why do they keep saying this?
Yeah. And, just sort of the inside baseball here. It sounds a little bit selfish, but it helps us, kind of keep our place in the algorithm, right? As YouTube sees that, hey, this video is being liked a lot, it helps us to gain more visibility, and in turn, it helps to get our content out to more people.
Got to
And
play the game.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So that like is very valuable, more valuable than you know. So
yeah, for
if
sure.
if you are subscribed, thank you, but please click the like button as well. And if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing and then hit the like button too. But yeah,
For
this
sure.
definitely do appreciate it. Definitely do appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. We are back rolling.
Yeah.
And I
We're
think
also
as
on
soon as you
YouTube.
said the rain is back. You said the moment you said, "Oh, it looks like
Yeah.
it slowed down," I think it started pouring down rain again.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Nashville can do. Can they keep things going, or will Miami find a way back? Again, like we said, Messi just needs one moment. But on the flip side of that, like we were saying earlier, you can't just say strategy just can be give it to Messi. So
now at this moment needs 2
yeah,
moments because
yeah, exactly.
they do have an uphill battle. But
He's
again,
come
we've
up with
seen this
some.
happen. He's definitely come up
Yeah.
with them. And again, like I said, it's not like, oh, this has happened before. This admittedly happens pretty often with Messi. So that's why I say, like, Nashville, you can't just sit back and try to park the bus. This is not, Gary Smith's Nashville. This is a totally different type.
Not at all.
Defense is not their, I would say, not their forte at this point. I think they're more of a well-rounded soccer team. But you beat Miami by pulling them apart and pulling them vertically. And the only way you do that is by getting Mukhtar and Surridge to continue to be involved.
Yeah. Goal cut for Nashville here. Or free kick, I should say, for Nashville. Tommy is here. Hello, Tommy.
They're working on it, buddy.
Miami didn't blow it yet, but I mean, they're not there yet, but they haven't really played to their potential in the first half.
Here's another thing you can do. Y'all go to scarvesandspikes.com, go to the shop, and get you a beer glass or a hoodie because it's cold outside.
Fall is here.
It is in full force.
No, definitely.
We had a frost last night.
Yeah. We did. I was surprised when I saw this. Like, oh man, a frost warning or frost advisory.
It'll be 75 next week. So
yeah. Little deliberate so far. See if things pick up.
Y'all definitely drop your comments into. We'll keep chatting. I mean, we're talking about this game mostly, but like I said, I think in the last one, these kind of turn into like pseudo AMAs. So drop the questions. Keep the chat rolling. Ooh, that was maybe not the.
That's a little awkward.
That was not the move.
I want to talk about something else.
All right.
Let's see how this Nashville attack goes before I start on it. I don't want to. Okay, but yeah, I'll go ahead. I want to talk to you about a stat they just showed on the Apple broadcast. Miami have played 54 matches across all competitions, which is, I think it's an MLS record. Yeah, it is a lot. And this is something that needs to be, I think, in the next CBA. So some sort of contingency if MLS expects these players to play 50 plus matches. MLS regular season playoffs, U.S. Open Cup if you're in it, Leagues Cup if you're in it. You know, they have to have a contingency.
Oh, here we
That
go.
wasn't too far off.
Woo. That was a lot
That
closer
was not
than
too far off.
Rocco would like you to believe.
Yeah, yeah,
We're good,
yeah. That's a
good shot, good
good counter attack.
chance.
Yeah, I think, Surridge. I mean, ooh, if a few inches to the left, I mean
I
that's
mean, yeah,
upper
that's
90.
scooting.
That's a Galazzo.
Yeah.
Um, Ran- uh, Rancho in the chat saying in the calendar year. Yes, but still, I mean, that's a lot of matches. I didn't mention Champions Cup. So Champions Cup, MLS regular season, Leagues Cup / US Open Cup, playoffs. So, or if you're in Canada, I should say Canadian Championship. So that's what, 4 tournaments that you could play in a single year.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ideally, Champions Cup, MLS. Yeah,
We have a Jonas brother down,
4. Right.
I think. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot. And oh, it's really banged up.
It's like jam its finger.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at how
But yeah,
intentional BJ Callahan is with those instructions, though.
uh-huh.
Anyway, carry on.
No, but it's something that needs to be um addressed in the CBA. Like, if we're going to play so many matches potentially in a single calendar year, we have to have a contingency, because this is tiring. This is not easy to go out 50 days a week maximum. Well, you're not going to be playing every single match of every single competition, but it's tough to go out like 40, 45 days a week and run like 8, 9 miles a day. Essentially, it's what you're doing as a soccer player. And what is the
Forget
Players
about training.
Association? Yeah, and training. Yeah, and travel.
Yeah.
And what is the Players Association doing to support players in that regard? So
Well, you saw
that's something that I'm wondering. It's sort of a rhetorical question, but it's something that needs to be addressed, I think.
well, you saw that, the comments earlier in the year from the Players Association with just kind of how since the prior CBA, that was a really good ball. See if they can do anything with it.
Yeah. It's good defending, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Bauer,
just
that's great defending.
cutting out everything. But no, I mean, you've had since the prior CBA, MLS asking for a lot of extras that weren't part of that original CBA, right? Like the Leagues Cup came about well after that CBA, and that added a whole massive wrinkle to the MLS season.
Yeah.
Now, and we can sit here and debate, as we have many times before, whether or not the Leagues Cup is a good thing or a bad thing. That's not the point. The point is it still does add.
Ooh, contact in the box, foul.
It does add more games, and
Yeah.
it also chops into the Open Cup, and it makes decisions have to be made about competitions that probably didn't need to have decisions made about them. But you add games, right? And but what you don't add is any real ability to add real depth to the roster in Major League Soccer. I could see in a Miami case, you play 54 matches. It could be, let's see, let's say they lose this one and go and win the next one. That would be 55, 56,
Yeah.
57,
The
so
longer, the
58
more you have to play in
matches.
playoffs. Yeah. Exactly. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
a
you could get
great
to essentially, I think,
defending.
58 matches
Yeah.
overall.
That's a
And
lot.
but you're not doing anything to, create a roster that can sustain that. You can't run out a winning roster. It's like Tommy uses the point all the time to bring up, like, you get into some of these like real tight stretches during the season where you have like Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday games, and
No.
some of those games just suck because, like, you have
They're
admittedly
handcuffed.
far less talented players out there doing anything, and it just turns into a crap show. And it's going to continue to be that way until Major League Soccer opens up the purse strings and lets these teams actually go and add depth, meaningful depth, not just players, not just bodies that they can put on a roster, but meaningful depth. And then I
Well,
can see you having
yeah.
55 matches because it's fair. You're going to be subbing out 9 of your primary starting 11 or whatever. Like that's okay, cool. But as it
Well,
is
not
now,
just
it's
yeah.
crap.
Sorry, not just that, but more matches mean more money potentially. Well, that would have been a really good counter
Yeah.
for Nashville. So something else that the CBA I'm sure will be addressing, or Players Association will be addressing.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Messi.
Half a chance for Miami here. They still have it. So Baltasar Rodriguez came off for Matteo Civetti. Oh, here's a chance. Blocked. Good defending.
Yeah, Nashville's been really good 1v1 defending.
Miami still has it though. He may shoot. It's beautiful defending. That's terrific. Now they can counter.
That was a really
Corcoran.
big
That's
counter
great
opener right there.
defending. Oh, that's a poor pass though.
That should have been played straight
Yeah.
across.
Nashville needs to break out. Yeah, they were trying right there, but Corcoran, his pass killed the attack, unfortunately. But that was terrific defending though.
Yeah, before that counter, I was about to say that once Nashville wins the ball back, they need to recycle it, be patient, calm the game down a little bit. But obviously, you get an opportunity like that to break, you take it. But here come Miami again.
Yep.
That was a really good ball.
Well done.
Again, really good defending.
It shouldered off nicely.
Did he throw the flag for offside?
No, it's a free kick or goal kick.
Okay. No. Suarez.
Offside?
And Falcone. Both. Just bodies everywhere.
Yeah. No, but Palacios just does a great job of shielding his man from the ball and just killing that chance. Corcoran, I was going to say, is only 19 years old, and here he is going against some of the best players of all time. No pressure, kid.
Best of luck to you there, buddy. Oh yeah, he kind of called it. That was unintentional with the elbow.
Yeah.
I mean that
doesn't know anything about
really,
it.
Really
dramatic. It just doesn't know anything about it. Are they reviewing it?
I mean, we're spending a lot of time on something that's literally just the motion of somebody's run.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about it,
Like that to me, that doesn't even look like he went to go stick his arm out to try to kind of body Suarez off. That was just like he's running and throwing his arms back.
See, Rachel having a go at Taylor Twelman. we haven't muted him. I'm just looking at the caption, and Twelman was like, "Oh, this probably is a foul. Oh, that's a foul. Whoa, wow. I thought that was a foul. I really did.
Okay, I think he got the ball, but
Miami.
He's all okay. Good on Suarez right there not to play it because he was definitely offside, but
throw in. Yeah, I thought that was a foul in the build-up. I don't know if they're going to show a replay.
Or said I would have peed my pants if Suarez lost.
Yeah,
karma for all the biting.
Yeah,
nothing but just putting his arm up to change direction. That would have been. Look, I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and wish harm on anybody, but
that would have been harsh. A very harsh penalty.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely not a red card. I think Twelman was thinking it might be. There's a lot of space for Messi to shoot. I think he just got caught in two minds. But see, Messi's not getting a lot of the ball again. How many touches has he had?
I don't know, but you got to. I mean, a lot of that credit has to go to Nashville too. Nashville's doing a great job of just sticking somebody on him like glue, which is really what you have to do. And it's still not always going to be effective, but it gives you an opportunity.
Good defending, Zach Zimmerman. Yeah, good defending. There's just a little bump, but not too much where it's a foul. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that.
I will say, playing devil's advocate, I've seen that called before.
Yeah,
Because
it's been
once you're
called.
beat and you stretch your arms out,
Yeah,
I think you run the risk. But also, I mean, Monday morning quarterback, that ball was pretty much going out. I think Zimmerman just would have been okay with just sticking to his run, keeping himself between
yeah,
the ball and the goal. But I also agree it would have been pretty harsh for it to be given. But
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be a theme, especially in these next the final 30. Miami has, and I'm not even going to sit here and say that it's all been flopping or trying to draw fouls. I think there definitely has been a lot of trying to draw.
Mm-hmm.
I think though also the rain has played a factor, and there's been a lot of
Right.
unintentional just bodies slinging.
Yeah.
Nashville's got to be careful because anytime you get in that box and if there is contact and it gets played up, you run the risk of giving up an easy one.
Ooh, look at this press. No, yeah, for sure.
Woo.
So we saw Miami make a sub. I think it was precautionary in the case of Rodriguez, but now you're going to start seeing tactical subs. We're past the hour mark.
Yep. The
So
run.
what levers do Mascherano pull? You got to go defensive, or no? Yeah, you got to go defensive for your natural right to protect this lead. And then what levers does Mascherano pull? Jefferson
I
velocity
think
has just been terrific, by the way, the
yeah,
second half.
he's been all over the place. I think if so, okay, we'll start with Miami. If you're Miami, I don't know if the proper question is what lever does Mascherano pull, what lever does somebody pull, but
Mm-hmm.
I go back to what I said at the half. I think you've got to get your midfield um, wider. I think you've got to get them
It's a good ball.
more involved. That was a very good ball. It was a
Yeah.
very good ball. Oh, I honestly, I wish he had just laid that off. Had he laid
Uh,
that off, it was a tap in.
yeah.
Because look at how much space he has just to drop that off. Ah,
Yeah. And who said the middle? Whoever was knew it. Looks like Texas is coming off. Jacob Straffelberg coming in. Andy Nehar, can you get him to join Atlanta? He's a free agent, right? I think Henry called him out in his
yeah,
free agent piece.
yeah.
I don't know if you'll need a international slot for him because he's been in the U.S. as a teenager, but yeah, you could do worse.
Right.
In fact, let me check the roster profile to see if he does require one. I don't think he does.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because he's been in the U.S. for so long. Um, no, he does not. So that's a good signing you can get. Experienced signing, veteran,
Hmm.
not too
Yeah.
old, but experience in Europe with Anderlecht.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a club I'm thinking of. So it's funny. He's a product of DC United's academy. I remember when he was playing with DC.
Yeah.
So here's a kid. He moves from Ecuador. I'm gonna look it up so I don't look foolish. Honduras. Moves from Honduras to the
Okay. Okay.
U.S. To the DC area, and then becomes a homegrown for DC. Goes to Anderlecht. His 7 years there. Comes back to the U.S. LAFC. Back to DC. Olympia. Down to Honduras, and then back to MLS in Nashville. So
Yeah.
you can do a lot worse than Andy Nahar as a right back for
100%.
Atlanta United. A lot worse. And again, he won't require an international slot too. How much does he make is the question.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
literally. I'm sorry. I literally flipped to Twitter to go make sure everything was good with the stream, and it reloaded, and there was a post. I don't even know what profile this is, but it has to do with Everton.
Oh yeah. What about
It
Everton?
was it the
Oh
so
wow.
ooh
Oh, that's close. Oh,
wow.
he's wide open in the back. Still is. Wow. How is that not a
I'm really
goal?
surprised at that shot though. Like,
Wow. Frey knows it. Frey
yep.
knows that should have been a goal.
Wow.
Good
What a
cross.
cluster.
Oh wow. Right on the doorstep. What a save from Willis. Yeah, that should have been 2-1. It's like Suarez didn't get much on it, did he?
I mean, all he had to do was redirect it. Actually, that honestly, I
Yeah.
don't think he could have done any better than that. But
Yeah.
Joe Willis just
Wow.
doing his thing.
Yeah.
It's just not coming off for Miami tonight so far.
Yeah.
No, I was laughing because it doesn't matter. The context doesn't matter. But I've never seen this video clip before, and I always get cautious. Here come Nashville.
Yep. Corner.
I always get cautious because I'm like, was it made with AI? Doesn't look like
Oh
it.
yeah.
But it's a video. It's like a camera. I don't know why this person would have a camera in their bathroom. Was my first question of like, oh, this might be AI.
Yeah.
But it looks like a log cabin. It's like some dude, and he's sitting on the toilet,
Oh
and
no.
there's a window behind him, but like the freaking window gets busted open, and a deer jumps through, and like just knocks him down, like takes him out. And then a freaking bear comes through the window behind him chasing the deer. And then the bear starts freaking out because the guy's in there and the deer's like freaking out. And it
Yeah. You'll have to send it to me later.
I was dying. I was dying. I was
I
trying to
bet.
like hold it together.
Yeah. I'll have to check.
Whoever just joined is going to be like, wait,
Sorry.
what?
Yeah.
Dude's just getting stomped on by a bear. This is wild. It's like this game.
Or he'll say he knows the video you're talking about. So you'll have to show
I'm
me
about to put it
after
in
the
the
stream
Discord.
here. Don't put it in there yet. People are watching the match.
It's true.
For future reference. Oh, that's a poor pass. Miami. You never get that was Messi with the pass?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
You never get this since Miami's out of it. Oh, that's a good it's still good. Surridge.
Ooh, is that
penalty? They're gonna look at it.
nothing?
They have to
Okay.
look at it.
Yeah, that one because there
Surridge
was definitely
takes
a
the
lot of
penalty.
contact there.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So you never feel like Miami are really out of it. Now, if they score here, it won't matter because they'll have to go back to look at the potential penalty. So Vetti's trying to take it quick. Well, no, the AR is telling them, hold on while they check.
Yeah, I want to see that one. I want to see the replay.
Yeah.
That was there was a lot of contact there. Here we go.
Oh, let's see. We'll get closer than that.
Ooh,
that's a lot of contact.
Oh, that's a penalty.
I think
that's a penalty.
That might be a pen. Yeah, that's
he comes right through him, doesn't play the ball at all. That's a penalty all day.
Pretty stonewall to me, and Surridge knows it. I mean, you have to review that. Not
oh
given.
My God!
Oh no!
What?
Wow! Check is over. Oh wow! I think that should have been a penalty. They at least should have.
Shocking.
VAR should have at least recommended a review of that. Who was the VAR?
I don't know, but that's here's my soapbox again. Go look at it, dude. You're the head ref. Just go freaking take a look at it.
The fact that you take a look. So Armando Villarreal, who I don't rate as it is.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, Villarreal.
Man,
that guy's
no wonder,
that guy's symbolic. I can't. He's a rubbish referee.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be surprised. Armando Villarreal bottling another call.
But the thing is, man, like it shouldn't even really require
That's a foul right there. I
that's
thought.
yeah. It should not require the VAR being like, "Hey, go check." Like, you know good and well that there was a lot of contact there.
Well, the question
Go
is,
take a look at the freaking monitor, dude.
well, the question is, though,
It's there for a reason.
Oh, look at this. Oh, too high.
Ooh.
Question is, though, is Chapman in the position to make the call on the field? Suarez? No,
Should
that's not
be.
Suarez.
Ooh, God, I drilled that one. Got another player down.
Yeah. It's Nehar.
No, don't get injured. We were just going to sign you.
We were just talking about you. If that was Messi, says Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself two things. Is Chapman in the position to make that call on the pitch? And if not, if you're Villarreal, whoever the VAR is, do you see enough? You're going to have to see enough in that to at least recommend a review saying, hey, Alan, you got to take a look at this again. And I'll leave the call up to you. And the fact that Villarreal doesn't do that isn't good.
No, that's ridiculous.
At least if there's any doubt or any question that there's a penalty, have him look at it. Have Chapman look at it. I mean, if it's not, it's not. I just think that's missed on the part of Villarreal.
It just blows my mind. Like we spend millions of dollars to add this technology to the freaking game, and half the time it just doesn't get used properly.
Yeah,
if at all.
Yeah. Now, the fact that this is a 2-0, I mean, kind of changes the dynamic a little versus if it were 2-1. So, but I think I was going to say this earlier. I feel like many people think, oh, this is a good ball ahead. That's a foul. Free kick. Ooh, whoa, yeah. Wow. Okay, Nashville needs to be careful that they don't let emotions get the best of them. But Chapman needs to be better.
Sam Surridge pissed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, again, I try not to
be
look at this. Too critical and
the replay. He just bottles it. He fluffed his lines, Surridge. Oh, man. He just fluffed his lines there. See, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Yeah, full on arm out.
He just goes right into him. And then Surridge. Oof, yeah, that's a bad miss.
He's gonna want that one back.
He needs to not let emotions.
I was gonna say what you said a minute ago.
He's very frustrated right now. He's gotta settle down.
I think he probably
tried
to put.
Oh,
I think he probably tried to put too much into that one.
Yeah.
See, but he got the ball there. I don't know that they've got much of anything to say.
I thought studs were showing on that last tackle from Miami, though. I could be wrong.
Either way, this is getting chippy again, like it was in the beginning.
And Brett, I agree. 2-0 can evaporate real quick, and yeah, with Miami, you just never feel like it's over, especially with Messi on the pitch. So
he got drugged down there. And that wasn't a call.
Yeah.
But hey, it's like I said earlier, because I know Miami fans are definitely going to be complaining about it, but Alan Chapman's going to let him play. And that's fine with me. What's not fine with me, though, is a situation just like that. Consistent. Like, you need to go check the VAR. Go check VAR when it's applicable, and that's definitely applicable.
Yeah. Starting to get a lot more chippy now. You can sense contact's a little more heavier. This is a chance to break for Nashville. Oh, pass.
Really, really
pass
good.
Right there. He held on to it too long. Oh, no one there.
Oh, man. That ball needed to come out about 2 seconds sooner.
Yeah. Yep. That should have been. They're showing the replay now. So you had, is that Surridge over there? You gotta flip past
it. I think so, yeah.
Unless he was offside. Yeah. That was Surridge. There's a lot of space on the left. Good defending. They've been so good defending in the box. They really have. And now look at this. Nice go. What a run. He has help on the left and he needs it. What a run.
Oh,
wow.
That was very similar to Surridge's shot from earlier too.
I mean, look at this. Just the audacity. He goes right to, what's that, Alba? Just goes right at Alba, just makes him a turnstile. Or makes him a just makes him a cone, really. Wow. Patrick Jasbeck was a man on the mission on that run. That was a really good run. That deserved a goal. Oh, you're on mute.
And I was saying so much. I said those little bangy tube things are my least favorite noisemaker.
Oh, yeah. Thunderstick?
Corner. Is that what they're called? That's a much better name than... That's a much better name than what I said. Yeah. Bangy tubes.
Yeah. Oh, that's Biscuits that Jasbeck went around.
Of course it was. I just don't think he was expecting to make that kind of run. He was like, oh, wait, I have 50 yards of green in front of me. Yeah. What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be sprinting this much.
Let's see what happens with this corner. A yellow. Surridge?
Shenanigans happening.
Probably for dissent, I bet.
Yeah, I think he needs.
He's still upset about the penalty.
He's gonna have to calm down.
They're not penalty. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah, I mean you can't. I get it. Like, stop bear hugging me. It's weird, but like you can't turn around and just stiff arm somebody.
Yes, Surridge is gonna lose the plot. Oh, it's out. It's not in. I thought that was in. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's close. Was that Zimmerman who?
That's very close. I think it was Zimmerman. Yeah.
Oh, I think. Oh, he and Muyl came together. I think it was as close as it looked live.
Yeah, Oreos. We need some vuvuzelas for sure.
No, we don't. don't give Atlanta United any ideas.
We need more music. I want all the instruments, trumpets, drums. Bring some cellos.
A little of Dark Hearts, Brett. I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
The aspect kind of Nashville kind of taking their time here, trying to bleed the clock. Double sub. Muyl coming off. And who else?
Jonas brother is missing an eyeball.
Yeah. So Ahmed Kasem coming in from Muyl. And who's the other sub? Acosta? Acosta for Jasbeck. More defensive, probably. Well, yeah. Omar, I forgot about Alan Carlton. We'll see if he gets in. I can't believe how little of the ball, relatively speaking, Messi has had.
Yeah. But again, you got to give credit to Nashville. I mean, they've definitely made it a point to do everything they can to keep him out of it.
Well, Carlton's not on the bench, so kind of hard to put him in.
By down in Huntsville.
So Surridge, according to Ben Wright, is suspended for the third match if it gets that far for yellow card accumulation.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. So something to
That's
watch.
a
If this if
that's a
this
game
if the
changer.
scoreline yeah, if this scoreline holds, it's definitely something to watch.
To me, DePaul, least impactful player on this team right now.
Has he really done anything tonight?
Not much, and that's the thing. I think that, like, honestly, that's what Miami's been missing. I mean, to be fair, now they're getting it into the final third much better. They're creating some opportunities, but at this point, you're behind. So
Yeah.
Nashville is playing it a little safer. They're putting the bodies back there, but they're still leaving that opportunity open to where they can counter. But they've kind of thrown that opportunity, um, kind of totally out the window at this point to
Yep.
give themselves more chances with their attackers, with Luis Suarez, with Messi, um, up top, because they're having to play into tons and tons of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people wanting they are.
Yeah. He's making. I know we're asking about how much he was making earlier, but it's 280. I mean, that's a
Okay.
good option. I mean, that's a
Yeah, that's
good
solid.
value.
I'm just
Brett
really quick. I
talking
got
about
to go
DePaul.
back to my prior point really quick about
Yeah.
the whole captain talking to the ref. Here we are surrounded.
Yeah. You got to enforce it.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was saying Brett talking about DePaul. Like if you're in Miami, he said he wouldn't pick up this option.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just because of the name, I feel like they do.
Mm,
I feel like this was one of those, like, on paper it says
yeah.
loan with a purchase option, but in reality it was, hey, this is what we have to do to get you here
Yeah.
legally in
Yeah.
MLS rules.
Right.
It's going to
Exactly.
happen. We just can't say that.
Yeah. So
Another
Messi.
interesting thing, huh?
Oh, so Messi has had 40 touches tonight, 2 in the box.
Wow.
Yeah. He's 0 for 3 successful dribbles. His XG is 0.23. He's created one chance all night. I mean, that's the story right there. He's 18 to 29 on passes. So that right there is the story. So far,
Yeah.
they've taken them out of the match. And that's
Yeah.
credit to BJ Callahan.
Yeah. And then now, it's starting to look more and more frantic for
Mm-hmm.
Miami.
Mm-hmm. Now here he comes. He might, with one touch, like we said, he could change the match.
Yeah.
Again, great defending.
That's a corner, though.
Yeah.
And here are the dark arts again. Here we go.
Yep.
So that'll give me time to talk about this. I got to give
BJ
BJ
Callahan's
Callahan
coaching
credit too.
CONCACAF before he knows what's up.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows. But no, like, to BJ Callahan's credit, there are a lot of what were as recently as last year. Ooh, that's a foul. That's a
Free
foul,
kick
100%.
in a really dangerous
Um,
area.
you have guys that were staples of this Nashville team that they're coming in as late subs at this point. And it's not that
Yeah.
it's been that way with every single one of them, but you think of the guys like Schaffelberg, Teal Bunbury, some of these others that, like, they were mainstays of Nashville's starting 11, and they've Callahan's not he's had the cojones to come in and say, no, I'm changing it to what I
Yeah.
need, and it's been successful. Ooh, that was a rocket.
Yeah. And so you have Messi taking that free kick. I mean, that's another mode that could have changed the match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, Miami are going to have to be more desperate, get numbers forward, and yeah.
If you're
Come on,
if you're
Miami.
Nashville at this point, you're content with just keeping Miami to some low percentage shots. Just don't let them get anything in the box, even if it's Messi and you have to keep him to shots from outside the box. At least that's more manageable.
Oh, I thought that was a foul right there.
I did too. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Ooh, and there it was.
Yeah.
Willis comes up big again. I mean, of course, it was right at him, but Miami's just not catching a break.
Yeah.
Because you think that one right there, Messi's he's gonna direct it right where it needs to go, but that was right
a
at
poor
him.
shot by Messi. For the 87th minute.
Poor pass.
Oh yeah.
And here come Nashville. Nashville can snag one now.
Yeah.
Done.
That changes the match.
Yep, going direct. There's Joe again.
No, just take your time if you're Willis.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need to take a yellow, take a yellow. Unless you got one earlier. Unless you got one in the last match, then don't take a yellow because you're suspended if you do. But
the fact that Ian Frey has been your guy that's created 2 chances for Miami, that says a lot. And nothing against Ian Frey, but Nashville's done phenomenal at just keeping Messi from getting super, super involved. And Suarez, short of his, that one chance that ended up being offside, he had a potential at a pretty solid assist, but just not much involvement.
Now, if you're in Nashville, you can afford to be more deliberate in possession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just got to hold the ball at this point. I mean, you're 3 minutes away plus whatever stoppage time.
They've been still good defending the ball.
Now that's where you have to be careful too, though. You can't end up with these kind of cluster fudges in the box.
Good ball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And end up possibly giving away a penalty. But the thing is, like, Miami's got to go. They got to go quick.
Yeah, get numbers forward.
Rapidly running out of time.
Yeah.
There's at least
why is Suarez on the left wing, by the way?
There's at least one more goal in this. I just feel like it.
Yeah. The question is, who scores it? I think, if Miami scores one, they're going to end up leveling this match. Because that's just going to be a shot to Nashville's confidence. After a 2-0 lead, to all of a sudden, see it go to 2-1. Now you have a corner. Now, how much time do you add on?
Rancho says 6 plus. I could see it. Just because of how choppy the game has been as a whole.
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh, well, let's be careful. Quick throw.
Just ran right in the trap. You see how good Nashville is at just closing some angles.
Oh my gosh! Wow!
Why would you give him that much space? Wow! I mean,
this is
what we've been talking about.
There you go.
Wow!
Right there.
What did you expect?
Wow! What a goal!
Everybody just sat there and stared at him.
Yep. Game on.
And now, if it is 6 minutes of stoppage time,
oh my gosh!
I said it. There's another goal coming. Why would you?
Right there.
But why would you? I mean, they did. I was literally making the comment. Look at how well they did closing down Busquets there, and then you let Messi just do. I mean, it wasn't even like that was just phenomenal Messi. Why were you shutting that angle down? They both went as if he was going to play the ball in, for the little dink through. But nobody was there to shut him down when he does his literally like his classic cut to the left foot and shot. Oh, that's for all the great defending Nashville's had all game. That was a
that one
massive
moment.
letdown.
6 minutes. 6 minutes of extra time. That's oh my gosh.
This is going to feel like a lifetime for Nashville.
Miami's going to score. I feel it. Let's go to the corner. Here goes some Nashville. Just score the corner flag. You don't need. Oh.
Or nothing if not entertaining, I guess.
I know.
What is Alba throwing his hand up for? Like,
who knows?
I guess tell him to get inside, I think. Oh, buddy.
Slow down. Don't rush. They're getting sloppy. They're
getting very sloppy.
Yep. Mushroom getting yellow. But no, they're Miami's inside their heads. Miami's inside their heads now. Homer, I agree. You have to kill time with possession.
Yeah.
Don't worry about countering. Just be deliberate.
Yeah, it was one thing to counter in the 65th minute when it was like, all right, let's go try to snag another one. Ooh.
Willis just went to the ground. There it is.
Yep. My tailbone hurts. Nothing even happened.
That's hilarious.
Ow.
Sniper.
Now, what'll be really curious is how does Alan Chapman handle this come post 6 minutes? Because that's when people are going to start really losing their minds.
Is he really hurt?
No, he's not really hurt. There's no way he's not hurt at all. This is that aforementioned PhD in the dark arts. See, and I guess that's my thing. If I'm Nashville there, I'm controlling that, and I'm turning around. I'm playing it right back to Joe.
Yeah, you don't worry about countering. You have to lead. You don't just focus on defending and just building possession.
Yeah, let Miami come and get it. Like once you get to the point where you have to play it forward, sure, play it forward. But like you have 30 solid seconds of being able to play it back to Willis.
Look at the space on the right. Yeah.
I mean, that's insane, dude. If Nashville end up letting this become a draw, they've beat themselves.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Because here we go. Now you got bodies in the box, and it's just anybody's game at that point. Nashville's just playing scared at this point.
Yep. Goal kick.
Yeah, I mean you can milk as much as you can here, but you still got a solid 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
This doesn't need to be a boot as far as you can get it. And now, I mean, I get that if you draw everybody back, Miami's going to come with them. But it is imperative that Nashville win whatever aerial duel is about to happen here.
Yep.
So this is what you want.
Oh, just fall on it.
Well, he couldn't because it was passed back to him.
Okay. Oh, that's a bad pass. Just play it back.
Play it. See, this is what this is silly. This is okay. It's not a PhD in dark arts. This is maybe a.
You don't have to counter.
Maybe. A master's. I don't even know that it's a master's at this point. This might be an associate's. We've dropped down. This is not dark arts that matter. You can't be like, my calf, it needs stretching. Come on, what are you doing?
Handball. Oh boy.
Yep. On Bunbury.
Here we go.
Squeaky bum time.
Yep.
For Nashville fans, for sure.
Yep. Foul, free kick. Oh man.
That's an interesting foul considering how the rest of the game has been called. But all right.
Messi's going to take.
The rain has started coming down a lot harder too. It's coming. It's coming.
Yep.
I just have a feeling.
Yep. Here it comes.
The banging tube / sticks. Whew. All right, we're past the 6 minutes, and now everybody's throwing their hands up, forgetting totally that Willis broke a tailbone allegedly.
Yeah. Oh.
This is what I said. This is going to be where it gets interesting.
Yep. Just boot it. Just boot it. Boot it. Get it clear.
That's it.
That's it. Wow.
Wow.
Nashville, by the skin of their teeth, take it back to Fort Lauderdale.
Made that one way more exciting than it should have been.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Loganville Thor coming up to congratulate his back line. Is it Lawrenceville? I thought it was Loganville. Yeah. Elville, whatever.
Atlanta area.
Yeah, Metro Atlanta native.
Metro Atlanta native. Walker Zimmerman.
Well, that was wild. It was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And now that, to me, that third round or third match is must watch because, you know, you had the conversation earlier. You asked the question about, is it in their heads, possibly a repeat of last year? Well, now I think, again, the good players, the veterans, they're going to try to put that out of their head as much as possible. But you're 90 minutes away from having the same thing that happened last year happen this year. Yeah. And that would be tough. Now, Sam Surridge is, in fact, suspended from yellow card accumulation, and that's a huge blow to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And this ain't going to be easy no matter what for Nashville. But it's soccer. Anything can happen.
Yep. Now, all the pressure is on Miami, right? Because
100%.
They're the favorite. They're favored to win.
And I think that's what went in Atlanta's favor last year because they went down there and they were just like, hey, we're not even supposed to be here, honestly. Like, we squeaked in on decision day. Whatever happens. So it's like, go play football. See what happens.
No.
And I think Nashville is a little bit in the same boat.
Yep. No, for sure. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We really enjoyed it. It was a closer match than not kind of expected. We figured that Miami would have something to say about it. But good win for Nashville. And this series goes back to Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Winner take all game 3. But thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your time tonight. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for stopping by however long you stopped by. Thanks for listening to the chat, for hanging out with us. Are you back Monday, Tyler? 9 p.m.?
Monday, 9 p.m. MLS Monday, yeah.
Okay. Join us then.
Cool. We will see y'all then.